The Gameoverse pilot just dropped yesterday on Glitch Productions' channel, and I was genuinely surprised by how good it turned out to be. So in this video, we're going to talk about the pilot of the show. First the story, then some theories and interesting details you might have missed. The episode opens and we meet Kit and Caboodle. Kit is this cat girl hero, and Caboodle is her robot backpack sidekick, and the two of them live inside this colorful video game world, with their friends and the people they care about. And one day they come face to face with the villains of their game, Malice, and her silent backpack companion, Mayhem. And after this long epic battle, Kit and Caboodle finally beat them. And these impact frames and animations are insane, but we'll talk about that later. So our two main characters just defeated the villain of their world. They celebrate because they just saved their world. But something feels off. Then the moon glitches, and the entire world turns red. And they watch their world get destroyed. Their friends get killed, and the village they lived in get erased. As they stand on the moon, they watch their planet explode right in front of their eyes. Then time stops, and everything turns gray. We see this man walking toward Kit, reaching his hand out to her. She looks at her world one last time, then reaches for his hand. Then she wakes up. It was a nightmare. We find out that after her world got destroyed, she was rescued by someone named Dusk. And now, she works for an organization called Farcade, whose entire mission is to travel between game worlds and stop the same thing from happening to other people. So they have to make sure the hero never wins. They have to help the villain, because otherwise the entire planet gets destroyed. Kit and Caboodle are flying through space on a recon mission with Gobbles, who is this cute dinosaur from a destroyed kids game that they recently rescued. As they try to save more and more worlds, sometimes they fail to stop the hero from beating the villain. Gobbles was one of those people, and his world got destroyed too. And while they're traveling, their ship gets intercepted and shot down by a vessel belonging to the Syntax, which is a group that does the opposite of what Farcade does. They destroy game worlds by helping heroes beat their games faster, and their leader Warwick collects something called float energy from the worlds left behind. When Kit's ship is flying near the SeaWorld, the Syntax ship opens fire on them and shoots them down. And Warwick's goal at that point is to stop Kit from reaching the planet. Because if Farcade gets there first, they'll try to help the villain and keep the game from being completed, which means no destruction and no float energy for Warwick to collect. Caboodle tries to repair the ship, Kit takes back control, and Gobble starts panicking.
Dog! Woof! Good.
But Caboodle fails miserably at his mission.
Did you fix it? Yep.
Kit's ship crashes on this sea-themed game where the local hero is a dolphin named Flappers. The rest of the episode plays out as a race between the two sides. Kit and Caboodle team up with Snappers the shark and try to stop Flappers from finishing his quest. At the same time, two Syntax agents named Fold and Misinformation are helping Flappers move through his adventure faster so the world collapses sooner. At one point, Kit gets desperate and tries to just tell Flappers directly that beating Snappers will destroy his world.
This is my chance! If you beat Snappers and win the game, this whole world is going to explode!
But the second she says it, everything freezes. And when time starts again, Flappers doesn't remember anything. The episode builds toward the final confrontation, where Snappers and Flappers face off. And despite everything Kit's team tried to do, Flappers beats Snappers and the world starts collapsing. Kit and Caboodle fuse together and blast their way out of the collapsing world with Gobbles and Flappers. And if you pause at the right frame during the Kibble Star Cannon, there's a hidden message that reads, "Keep moving forward," which is the personal motto of Monty Ohm, who passed away in 2015. And the entire pilot is dedicated to his memory. Flappers' home is gone, so he joins Kit's crew because he has nowhere else to go. And at least with Farcade, he can try to stop other worlds from ending the way his did. The episode closes with Warwick on his ship, harvesting float energy from the remains of Flappers' destroyed world. And then we see him talking to Malice and Mayhem, Kit's original villains from her own destroyed game who survived and are now working for the Syntax. I think Warwick was the hero of his own game a long time ago, and the same thing happened to him that happened to Kit, and that just happened to Flappers. But instead of joining Farcade and trying to save worlds one by one, he went a completely different route. His goal is to absorb the float energy from destroyed worlds so he can change the rules of the Gameoverse and bring back those who've been lost. So he collects energy from dead worlds because he believes that if he gets enough of it, he can bring every destroyed world back, including his own. And that's where the parallel to Miguel O'Hara comes in. Miguel lost his family and spent years studying the multiverse until he decided that the only way to protect it is to let certain people die. So Warwick thinks the best option is to let people die first, then use that energy to rewrite everything. But he can't know for sure if he's right, just like Miguel can't be sure his vision is the right one. Every world Kit saves is a world that delays his reset, and every world Warwick destroys gets him closer to bringing everyone back. Warwick recruited Malice and Mayhem at the end of the pilot, Kit's original villains from her destroyed game world. And the way he talks to them makes it sound like he promised them something. If Warwick is telling every villain he recruits that he can bring their worlds back too, then the Syntax is a group of people who all lost their homes. Warwick gave them something that Farcade never could, which is hope that they'll get it all back one day. And that probably explains why Fold and Misinformation are working for the Syntax, even though they clearly hate each other. In Gameoverse, when a world gets destroyed after the hero wins, it's probably an analogy for what happens when you finish a game in real life. You play a game, you beat it, you uninstall it because you're done and you want the space on your computer, and you never think about it again. In Gameoverse, that's what's killing everyone. The hero beats the villain, the game is over, and the world gets deleted because the person playing it moved on. When Kit's ship gets damaged, it repairs itself by hitting itself with a wrench, and little green plus signs appear like health pickups in video games. Warwick keeps accidentally squashing these little creatures called floaties on his ship, and every time it happens, he gets annoyed and tells someone to clean it up. And then Crab Girl, the new Syntax recruit, just eats the squashed ones off the floor. And Crab Girl also speaks in her own name, like Groot does in Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a scene where Fold is trying to shoot Kit's ship down with an arcade cannon, and he lines up his shot and says,
"One shot, one kill."
And then immediately starts spraying bullets everywhere, missing every single shot. The hero and the villain of Flapper's world are a dolphin and a shark. And in real life, dolphins and sharks are natural enemies that actually kill each other. Kit and Misinformation can both swap their outfits instantly with a holographic effect, and the first thing both of them do when they land on the ocean world is put on bikinis. Fold and Misinformation leave Flappers and every single person in his world to die. The second Snappers gets beaten and the world starts collapsing, they just walk away without looking back. Caboodle says the shields are finally repaired at the exact moment they get shot at again. In the original shorts, Gobbles and Flappers were the main characters, but in the reboot, they got pushed to secondary roles while Kit and Caboodle took over. The script went through 700 different rewrites according to Aaron Hansen. Kit exclusively eats hot dogs with massive amounts of mustard, and Ross had to publicly correct Glitch's marketing team because they posted that she likes chili dogs, and he said, no she does not. It's the first Glitch show announced after SMG4 ended. So my opinion on the pilot is that I loved it. The format of going from world to world and from planet to planet reminds me a lot of TADC, where every episode, Kane sends the cast on a new adventure. And the adventure itself is different every time, but the character development carries over from one episode to the next. And that's a format that works really well. I don't think Gameoverse is going to be a heavy theory show the way TADC is, where people spend weeks analyzing every frame for hidden details. I think it's going to be more about the story itself and the emotions between the characters and the fun moments they share, and that's fine. Not every show needs to be an iceberg. The animation is probably the thing that impressed me the most. I'm expecting a lot from the show going forward, but based on what the pilot gave me, I think I'm going to be satisfied.